So what's up everybody, Black Clover 333 spoilers out. Man, they're coming out so early than they used to before. We used to get the spoilers on Wednesday night, now they're coming on Tuesday night, at least in my end. So it's crazy, it's getting kind of difficult because I just did my prediction videos, but it looks like I was kind of spot on, but there was a lot of differences seeing all the spells that Lucius did. I also do have some of the translations thanks to 𝚘𝚙𝚢𝚘𝚝, following him on Twitter. So let's get into these wild Black Clover 333 spoilers. First of all, if you like anime, manga reviews, discussion, spoilers, and theories, definitely hit the subscribe button. If you like the video, Switch hit me with some false copyright strikes on my old channel, so I got taken down. Let's get this channel back to 5,000 like the other one was before. I have a Discord, so if you guys want to talk about theories about Black Clover. So this chapter is very interesting. Just from what I got, Lucius actually does a spell that freezes everybody. There's a part where you see Noelle, Mosa, Sister Lily, all of them start to look, and they ask, is that the Wizard King? And the spell completely freezes everybody. Asta breaks through it because he has anti-magic, which is something that Lucius later explains that Asta technically is the flaw. I was wondering how this was gonna happen. So it looks like Lucius was on the attack to destroy Asta. He wanted to finish him off, but because Asta has anti-magic, he couldn't really keep him in place. But it's very interesting to see because we actually get to know more about Lucius' plan and how Asta is technically the 𝚤𝚘𝚘𝚝. He apparently, from what I'm getting from the translations, Lucius wasn't planning on Asta, a person that was born without magic, because the anti-magic and that power is basically defies all logic, which is very interesting because it makes me wonder, like, did Lucius know about Asta's father? Did he know about Asta's mother? What about the grimoire? From what it looks like, I don't think Lucius kind of had Asta in plan like that. In terms of him having to be born, I don't think Lucius has any part of it, because I know some people were saying that Lucius is Asta's father. So far, from what I got from the translations, it's kind of pointing towards that not being true. Of course, it might change once the officials are out. The dialogue might change a little bit and might hint towards Lucius has something to do with Asta being born. But from what it looks like, Asta is just an oddball. Like, he's a probability that not many people expected. So from the few pages that I saw, Asta actually gets into Devil Union. This looks like the perfected Devil Union that he'd use against Lucifero. So he's no longer using that Black Guardian Devil Union, which makes sense because this is a huge threat. From what it looks like, Asta is saying this is the magic of the Wizard King on a large scale. So I'm pretty sure at that moment, Asta's already starting to realize, like, hey, he has some ties to the Wizard King. Kind of looks like him. He's using the same magic. What's up? That's the thing that I find it very interesting. Like, think about it, like how everybody here is frozen, and Asta and Lucius are the only ones that, like, are fighting at this moment. From the translation that I got from 𝚘𝚙𝚢𝚘𝚝, it looks like the time stopped. It's not them moving at the speed of light compared to others. It's just that everybody else is frozen. Asta is basically asking, who are you? Like, he's starting to have self-doubt because obviously he's using the Wizard King's magic. He looks like him, he has black hair, he has the same coat. And then it looks like, from what the translations are saying, that Lucius taking Lucifero in. I'm guessing he took his heart and somehow infused it with him. I'm not entirely sure what's going on with that, but it's crazy. Asta has his inner thought. He's sensing the key and he links the key to Lucifero. He's basically asking, what do you mean? You're the Wizard King, but you're not. You're human, but you're not. Who are you? I noticed in these few pages that we saw is basically showing that Lucius and Julius are basically the same coin but different sides. We realized that Julius had that ruin on the left side of his head, and then Lucius has it on the right side of his head, if I'm not mistaken. It's very interesting to see the two of them compared, because Julius, from what we saw, he's a caring person. Lucius, from what we've seen, he's a very manipulative and he doesn't really care about people, because I mean, look what happened to his siblings. From what we know, Dante is most likely dead. We don't know what happened to Vonica. I honestly want to know what happened to her. Is she's in a jail somewhere? Is she dead? Is she alive? Like, I'm not entirely sure, but we know for a fact that Bone Guy, Xenon, his soul is Beelzebub. That's crazy that you will have this whole entire plan. You let your siblings get taken over by devils, but not only taken over, have their souls. He's a wicked person. To see the comparison with these panels that you see, it's very interesting. I can't wait till the officials and fan translations are out and once you see all the dialogue, but this chapter is very intense from what I've seen. Basically, Lucius is saying, I'm the savior of this world, Julius is dead. And Asta says the Wizard King is dead, and Lucius explains he had a mission for ideals to understand sadness, hatred, dispute, no discrimination for the sake of true peace. So it looks like Julius this whole time has been a pawn. It's just been a character for Lucius and I guess 𝚲𝚘𝚎 to truly understand the reality of the world. We always kind of knew Julius was kind of like shady, but it's kind of sad. I kind of want Julius to be a person. I don't want him to disappear, but from what it looks like, Lucius is saying Julius is actually dead, which is crazy. And it makes me wonder, did he really exist? Or is he just somehow a identity that 𝚲𝚘𝚎 and Lucius created? Like I said before, 𝚲𝚘𝚎 has a demon form and he also has the goddess form. So to see Lucius has two forms in terms of Julius and Lucius, one is good, one is evil, and Lucius being possessed by 𝚲𝚎𝚎 from what we know, there's a lot of similarities. I like the inspiration that 𝚲𝚏 got from this character. Julius is the polar opposite. He has blonde hair, he's a good person. You can associate Julius with the goddess form 𝚲𝚎𝚎, and then Lucius, who is evil, manipulative, and just not caring, also has dark hair, is the polar opposite of what Julius is, and you can associate Lucius with 𝚲𝚎𝚎's demon's form. So it's very interesting to see this. I'm starting to like Lucius more. In one of the panels, it looks like Lucius was on the attack to get Asta. I'm not entirely sure if Asta went down in Devil Union or what's going on, but it's very interesting. So apparently Lucius has seen everything. He's telling Asta that everything has been according to his vision except one thing. You, Asta, born without magic, you're the flaw in this world. It makes more sense now when Julius first met Asta, how he was very interested in Asta and he kept looking at him, but at the same time there was a lot of mystery. It's funny, I remember when Julius first saw Asta's grimoire and he said he couldn't read the text on the grimoire. It's from an ancient language or something similar to that. Pretty sure at this moment he can read it, and I hope that Asta starts reading like from his grimoire so he can create anti-magic spells. Like I know he's been doing certain abilities here and there, but imagine if he was able to actually do like an anti-magic spell that he reads from his grimoire. That would be amazing. So basically Lucius tells Asta his master plan. He wants to destroy humanity and rebuild them with the magic of his siblings so that all humanity becomes equal, and he wants to rule them all so nothing can go wrong as the last Wizard King. Yo, that's so crazy. I've been saying that in other videos. I actually said this in the prediction video that the title of the Wizard King could be gone for a while moving forward. It's a title that's not going to have as much meaning until Asta proves that the kingdom does need a Wizard King. So it's very interesting. He's saying that he's going to be the last Wizard King. Also, to say that he wants humanity to be equal, so all of them have to die and be recreated with his sibling magic. That's very interesting because obviously Dante had flesh magic, Monica had blood magic, and Xenon had bone magic. So those are the proponents technically to create a human. So I wonder if he's going to start making like devil human or homunculus type of thing. And it makes me wonder as well, was the three other siblings magic a part of a ritual to help Lucius become one with 𝚲𝚎𝚎? I'm still thinking that they're both one person at this point, that they're one being. So then Asta is basically saying, who's the flawed idiot? You want to destroy all humanity? And then he just basically laughs. He said, the Wizard King put his life at stake to save everyone. That Wizard King would have died so easily. So I'll stop you right here and now. I'll surpass the Wizard King. This is so epic. You also see at the very end that it looks like Asta actually does go into Devil Union, and he's using Yami's katana plus I think that's the third sword. I'm just surprised that everything's coming so quickly, but at the same time I'm very happy because we're gonna see Asta in action, because we know during this time skip he got stronger, and now basically Asta is the strongest mage in all the Clover Kingdom besides obviously Julius, and who's really Lucius now. So this is epic and I can't wait to see what happens moving forward. So that's basically all I have to say about the spoilers. Let me know what you think about this chapter. Let me know what you think about this video, and let me know what you think about Asta and Lucius starting to fight. Do you think it's too soon? Do you think Asta might land a blow that might make Lucius retreat for the moment, or do you think he's just testing his power? What happens after Lucius and Asta clash? Will everybody turn back to normal? Like if you liked the video, comment, subscribe, and I'm out of here.